Hey guys, so in today's video I just wanted to talk about the curly hair community and like what the heck is going on with it lately. Bianca Renee Today and India Batson have both posted videos recently just about like feeling like the curly hair community is kind of like going away, falling apart, like people just don't really want to wear their hair natural anymore. So that's what we're going to be talking about, and today I'll try to have both their videos linked down below if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I just thought I would do my makeup as we kind of chat about this because I just thought it was really interesting. I'm gonna be doing this look that I did a while ago. It's on my makeup Instagram, which I like never post on anymore, but basically that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Both videos really talked about how people in general are just kind of tired of like all of the rules that come along with the curly hair community, and like, do you follow the curly girl method and everything that goes along with that. And I honestly agree. Like, if you guys saw my live, it was probably just the last live that I did on my channel, I kind of talked about this too. Like, even, I don't know, like there are literally so many rules that you have to know. And even if you're not following the curly girl method, if you just want to take care of your hair, like you still probably want to at least, like at the bare minimum, be like reading ingredients. And understanding ingredients in hair products is seriously so confusing. And I already, like, I eat super clean, and so I already have to read ingredients in all the foods that I eat, plus I have like some food sensitivity. So to do that with beauty products too is just a little bit annoying. And then in my live, I think I talked about this, but Swavy Curly Courtney, I think is her name, here on YouTube, she was actually talking about how ingredients can be listed on products, but they may not actually be accurate to what's in the beauty product. So for example, they can list ingredients that are not even in there, or they won't have ingredients that are actually in the product. So even once you figure out how to read ingredients, what ingredients work for your hair, there are so few like guidelines and regulations for companies to be held accountable for what they put in their products. So you may not even have any idea whatsoever what you're actually using, because ingredient lists don't have to be accurate, which is so irritating. So Bianca was kind of talking about how having natural hair is just like a lot of work. It can be expensive and people don't want to keep spending money on that stuff, which I can totally understand. I mean, I will say I tend to buy more drugstore stuff. Like, I only really spend my money on expensive things when I'm actually having like a hair problem, like if I'm having a scalp issue or I need more protein. Like, I tend to invest more money into like treatment type products, like a hair mask or a scalp scrub or something like that. But as far as just everyday use, like, I'm not the type of person to just keep restocking really high-end shampoo, and I think I would do it even less than I currently do if I didn't have a YouTube channel. So I can totally appreciate and relate to people not wanting to spend a ton of money on hair products. However, I will say that like drugstore has gotten pretty good recently. Like, I don't know a lot about ingredients or quality and stuff like that. I just know like how it performs on my hair, but I definitely feel like drugstore products work so well. One of the things that India talked about in her video was just how there's like this perfectionism in curly and wavy hair, and she was just saying that like people kind of have this ideal hair type, which I think there is an ideal hair type in wavy hair and in curly hair, because India was talking about this like 3A perfect curl that I think wavy hair people kind of want, and then Bianca was talking about this tighter curl similar to her hair type that people with like really kinky like type 4 hair people kind of tend to want instead. So there's still this like hierarchy of like the best curl pattern to have. But anyways, India was talking a lot about like frizzy hair and imperfect hair days, and how it's just like unacceptable, it's not celebrated, and how people just want your hair to look perfect all the time. And I honestly get similar questions, so I get people asking me fairly frequently. Like, by the way, if you're wondering, I'm using Kathleen Light's palette, but I get people asking me like, how do I style my hair every day? And you guys, I literally don't. Like, I washed my hair today because I'm actually filming a vlog right now, but I do not style my hair every single day. I never have, even like, I think I did in high school, but since then I don't. Like, I work from home now. I don't care to do my hair every day, especially now that I have a baby. Like, I have better things that I would rather spend my time on. So my hair looks like a hot mess, and it's either chucked up in a bun or it's not styled at all. It's just down and frizzy, and that's just how I live the majority of my life. I definitely style my hair way more because of this. My job is YouTube, my other job. So yeah, but anyways, like, I think it's interesting that there's this perspective that I guess some people get ready every single day, but I'm just not that type of person. So anyways, but back to what India was talking about, like, she was kind of frustrated with how people just only want to see like good hair days, or that's all people want to post about. Like, people just want to post when their hair looks good, their hair looks perfect. But that's social media in general. Like, that is across every niche. That's not just the curly hair community. Like, people truly, they upload the best content, the stage stuff, like the things that look the best. That's what you're gonna post about. You're not gonna post when your makeup looks like crap, you're wearing like your pajamas that aren't a cute skim set, and your hair's a mess, and like your house is dirty. Like, people just aren't gonna post that stuff, and it's because people don't want to see it. Like, as much as people say like, oh, I wish you guys would share more like behind the scenes, I want to see your bad hair days, like or for like family vloggers and or lifestyle vloggers, like, people are like, oh, we want to see like when your house is a mess. Like, is it perfectly clean every day? First of all, it's not. But people say that, but they don't actually mean it. Like, people don't actually want to see that, and that is reflected in people's views. So the people that have the most views and the biggest followings have a beautiful life. Everything is structured and looks good. These people tend to get ready every single day. Their makeup and hair is always done. Their house is always clean. The setup is bright and white and just styled constantly. Like, that is the content that does the best on social media. And I mean, the views speak for themselves. Like, people want to see stuff that's put together because, here's my theory. I think that it's more relaxing to watch somebody's space that is clean. So it's more enjoyable. By the way, my hair is drying, so I kind of look like a mess right now, but I think it's more enjoyable to watch somebody whose hair is done, their makeup is done, they have a cute outfit, and their background is clean, because it's a lot more relaxing and enjoyable to watch that type of content. It's kind of the same idea that I think Marie Kondo talks about, with like saying that keeping a clean house will make you happier, and like decluttering and all this stuff. Because in my experience, when my house is a mess, I feel like everything I look at is a constant to-do list in my head. So I'm just like seeing that there's dishes on the table, and every time I walk past the table, I'm like, oh, I gotta do the dishes. And like, that's what happens to me when I'm like looking around my house right now. There's trash on the floor, there's clothes on the floor, my straightener's laying out, my like baby toys need to be put up. There's all kinds of crap, and so you're constantly having this like to-do list of things that need to get done, and that's not a relaxing experience to have. So that's why keeping like a clutter-free space helps you to just be happier, because you don't have as big of a mental load. I think it's the same when it comes to the content that we watch. So if we're watching people whose house is a mess and their hair is frizzy, I think we're kind of in the back of our heads, whether we realize it or not, we're making a mental list of all the things that need to be adjusted. Sorry, Rosie's playing behind me, but all the things that need to be adjusted and corrected and fixed about the space, because we actually do subconsciously want it to look perfect and put together. So anyways, that whole long spiel just to say, people think they want organic, natural, messy, behind the scenes, but again, that's not what the views show. Like, it's just not true. As much as we want to complain about that, like, until people actually start clicking on content that doesn't look perfect. Like Aspen Ovard is a perfect example of this. Her house is so beautiful and clean. She gets ready like every day. I don't know how she does it because she has 2 little kids, and like nothing wrong with Aspen whatsoever. I'm not saying anything against Aspen. I love her vlogs. Like the reason I enjoy her content is because everything is so clean and put together. And I recognize that. But yeah, so I think that's just a good example though of this kind of like magazine quality life that we are entertained by. But I will say another thing that Bianca covered was how people are just wanting to like straighten their hair now, and that she fears that we're going to go through this cycle of heat damage, and then in a few years people are going to be back to where we were, where they're like, oh, I want my natural hair back, but I have all this heat damage and you have to do a big chop. Like, honestly, I can totally relate to that. Like, there are some days where I just don't want the unpredictability of my natural hair. Like, I just want to heat style it. I want to be able to brush it out, run my fingers through it, and style my hair with heat and just have like soft, smooth, frizz-free hair. Like, and I think we can have both. Like, for a lot of people, if your hair gets damaged really easily, I can understand that you can't flip-flop between natural and heat styles, but if you can, there's no reason to be 100% in one lane or the other. Like, I think we can do both, and that's what I enjoy doing. So I do definitely feel like, though, as a content creator and with wavy hair being my main niche on YouTube, it does feel like a lot more pressure that I have to style my hair natural or else I can't put out content. That's what it kind of feels like. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. I'm gonna finish up my makeup and then I'll show you guys the finished look. Honestly, that's kind of the wrap up of my thoughts, so I'm not gonna like recap every single thing that I said, but let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Like, do you agree? Do you feel like the wavy hair and curly hair community is kind of like a passing trend and people are over it? Are you over it? Are you tired of all the rules? Alright, Rosie's sick of it. Do you want a heat style? Or are you like, no, I literally love my natural hair. What are you even talking about? Because I love my natural hair. Like, I think it's so cool that we all have unique textures, and I still love wearing my hair natural. So I'm not totally on the other side where I'm like, I just want to heat style all the time. I want to do my natural hair probably 80% of the time and heat style 20. So anyways, let me know your thoughts. Where do you guys stand? And Rosie wants to know. So, can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Y'all, she literally said bye-bye. Okay, I'll show you my look when it's done. Yeah, bye. Alright guys, my makeup was looking awful in the other room and my bangs look like crap, so I'm just not even gonna style them today, but this is what the makeup's looking like in here. It looks a little bit better when it's darker, which yeah, I feel kind of ugly with it. Not having a good hair day. My makeup, my face feels dry. I just want to take it all off, and yeah, it's kind of annoying me. So lots of regrets over here. I mean, it's cute, but I couldn't even get a good picture for Instagram, so what the heck's the point? Maybe we can get a thumbnail. Rosie, look shocked or grumpy. You're not doing a good job. Good job. Solid acting.